What does the nanny do?
Keep living like this.
It's your decision. The whole COVID quarantine is your decision.
We all agreed to this.
You have a nanny over. She's over all the time.
The burning question, still unanswered, mind you, is this. What does the nanny do? No, really. Say it like Christine would. What does Robyn do? Because we've all been wondering, and somehow no one's actually asked. Honestly, I'd love for Sukanya, or literally anyone, to just straight up ask Robyn why she decided to hire outside childcare instead of turning to her sister wives. I mean, wasn't that kind of the whole point of plural marriage? Support? Shared responsibilities? Built-in village? Robyn's explanation so far: she hired a nanny because it would be unfair to ask Kody to help with the kids. Translation: parenting is too much to ask from the actual parent. But that still doesn't explain why Meri, Janelle, or Christine couldn't help. Spoiler alert, Robyn would probably give some polished, overly emotional answer that dodges everything, but it would still be worth hearing her try. And Christine's main point, totally buried. Janelle and Christine weren't even allowed to see each other, or their own kids, because of Kody's protocols. If they dared to meet up, he'd refuse to see them for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Meanwhile, over at Robyn's place, visitors galore. The nanny comes and goes freely, while Meri wasn't even allowed over because, get this, Robyn said no. So while the rest of the family is being shunned, lectured, and guilt-tripped for not strictly following the rules, Robyn and Kody are hosting a daily guest like it's no big deal. So again, we ask, what does the nanny do? And more importantly, why does Robyn get a completely different set of rules? We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Kody and his legendary near-death experience. Kody's been telling everyone he almost died from coronavirus, and yet somehow no one is calling him out on this dramatic little performance. Sure, we all know Kody thrives on being the center of attention. If there's a spotlight, he's standing directly under it. But seriously? Let's get one thing straight. Current estimates put global coronavirus-related deaths at around 3.5 million. Real people, real families. I lost a close family friend. They didn't almost die. They died. And for Kody to lump himself into that category just because he had a bad couple of days, it's not just melodramatic, it's disrespectful. The man wasn't even hospitalized. He was apparently thinking about checking himself in, because Robyn was in the ER and he couldn't stand to be apart from her for a few hours. As if medical admissions work like hotel reservations. Yes, hi, I'd like a bed with a view, and can you make sure I'm near my wife's room? Emotional support purposes. Let's be honest. They should have hit him with the classic, "Did you die? No? Then sit down." His theatrics are exhausting, and if this is him without cameras rolling, he's somehow worse than expected. I had coronavirus at 75 with type 2 diabetes, AFib, asthma, the full medical bingo card. I got monoclonal antibodies right after testing positive, and yeah, it was awful. 3 miserable weeks, but nothing compared to what hospitalized patients faced. Ventilators, isolation, uncertain outcomes. That was terrifying. That was near death. Kody feeling really scared for a few days. Not the same thing. Even the photos of Robyn in the ER waiting room didn't scream on death's doorstep. She looked uncomfortable, sure, as anyone with coronavirus would be, but not critically ill. Neither of them were anywhere close to dying, maybe not even within 5 zip codes of it. Kody's exaggerated, "I almost died" tale is a slap in the face to those who actually suffered, who still struggle with long coronavirus, and to the families who lost loved ones. He should be ashamed. But he won't be because no one bothers to challenge him. Why? Because it's just not worth it. He'd blow up, twisted into a pity party. No one supports me. You don't care about my feelings. It's probably an inside joke at this point. Everyone rolls their eyes behind his back and moves on. Like that one friend I had, said he almost died when a police chase clipped his parked car. He was in the yard, mirror scratched, said people came out to check on him. I asked, so by almost died, you mean mildly startled? He lost it, full rage mode. Our friendship ended when I replied with the "I'm so startled" South Park gif. Worth it. Let's be real, the actual patriarch of the Brown family, Logan, rewatching the early seasons really puts it into perspective. While Kody was off playing musical chairs with his 4 wives and sulking about pork in Hawaii, Logan was out here raising his siblings and gently parenting his own dad. Remember when grown man Kody had a full meltdown over the luau and Logan, teenaged, wise beyond his years Logan, calmly suggested he just eat something else? Iconic. Logan was basically everyone's real dad. Case in point, when Gwen had the chance to go to the daddy/daughter dance, she picked Logan, not Kody. Even as kids, they could see who was actually reliable and who was a walking chaos muppet in a leather jacket. At 16, Logan was more of an adult than Kody is now. Responsible, steady, hardworking, and thankfully, smart enough to quietly bow out of the spotlight. He's got a career, someone who loves him, and he still stays close to his siblings. Honestly, it's what he deserves. Hunter, too, has totally stepped up. The man is practically collecting frequent flyer miles just to stay connected to his siblings. That's dedication. Meanwhile, let's not forget Christine, holding it down while working nights and still managing to cook breakfast and care for 13 kids. Aspen was putting younger siblings to bed, a job that really should have fallen on Kody, or at the very least Janelle or Meri. It's pretty clear the adults leaned hard on Christine to parent all those kids. And you know what? The kids turned out kind, grounded, and close-knit, because she did everything she could under some truly unfair circumstances. Coming from someone who's also part of a big family, this kind of older sibling help is normal. It's not traumatic. But what is a bit traumatic? Watching your dad fumble his way through every parenting opportunity while your teenage brother has to pick up the slack. The dynamic between Savannah and Brianna, absolutely heartbreaking, and honestly, probably the most devastating one in the whole saga. Just imagine Savannah, Kody's actual biological daughter, dragging herself to school every day, only to be reminded, visibly, painfully, of everything she doesn't have. There she is, living in an RV with her mom, who's routinely ignored and belittled by Kody, a father who can't be bothered to call, visit, or show the slightest hint of involvement in her life. And then there's Brianna, living large in $1 million home, partially funded by money that should have been for all the wives, by the way. She's showered in Christmas gifts, gets all the quality time with Kody, and is clearly one of his priority kids. Everything Savannah should be getting. Brianna's got it on a silver platter, and Savannah? She's stuck watching it unfold in real time, every single day. It's not just unfair, it's emotionally brutal. Now, let's talk about Robyn's famous line about being voted off the Brown family island. Girl, no, you are the island. Everyone else. They were unceremoniously cast off, with Kody waving from the shoreline like, good luck out there. No boat. No life vest. Nothing. And let's not forget the coronavirus hypocrisy. Kody couldn't possibly see Savannah. Oh no, too dangerous. Gotta stay safe. Except, Savannah was breathing the same school air as Brianna every day. But sure, Kody, go ahead and live full-time with Brianna and play the doting dad role. Makes total sense. What's even more baffling is the attitude. I mean, how does Brianna walk around like she's somehow above everyone else? From her interviews, she seems miserable and like she can barely form an independent thought. So what exactly is she smug about? And then there's the Maddie wedding mystery. Why wasn't Savannah in it? She even said on camera she felt left out. Like, how? Why? It's not like anyone's offering answers. The silence is just another slap in the face. Let's not skip Robyn's early complaints that her kids felt Kody wasn't around enough in the beginning. Maybe, just maybe, she could have explained to them that he has 13 other children. You know, a whole established family. But no, Robyn wanted him all to herself. She couldn't even pretend to be mature enough to grasp that concept. And now, surprise, surprise, her kids are growing up just as delusional and entitled as she is. I didn't properly vet my wives. Oh, please. He absolutely vetted Christine, polygamous royalty, remember? She wasn't just some random choice. She was a strategic power move, a shiny notch on his patriarchal belt. Spare us the victim act. Meanwhile, his wives, aside from Robyn, were the ones who didn't vet him. And let's not forget how he strung Christine along for years after the infamous nacho incident, all while deciding if she was good enough for him. Revisionist history much. Honestly, it's nauseating. And now he has the audacity to blame them for marrying him. Let's break it down. He chose Meri because she worshipped the ground he walked on. He picked Janelle because she was smart, would bring in income, and stirred the pot. Chaos is his favorite pastime. Christine? See above. Strategic move. Period. He didn't marry them out of love or compatibility. He married them with cold calculation. Watching him flip the narrative so he can play the poor, misunderstood husband is peak manipulative energy. And yeah, it's still absolutely revolting. She never dove into my humanity. Wow, what a vile, self-serving thing to say. Janelle constantly called Kody her best friend. During coronavirus, she openly said how much she missed him and their conversations. And you know what? I believe her. She's not the type to rewrite history or lie to make herself look better. So for Kody to act like she was some cold, detached figure in his life, that's rich. And then there's this gem. I don't think she is capable of it. Kody, coming from someone who has the emotional depth of a puddle and the empathy of a brick wall, that's a bold statement. Kody and Robyn both seem completely unaware of their own lack of introspection. And then they're confused when the kids want nothing to do with them. It's laughable. If Janelle were truly incapable of emotional connection, explain her strong, genuine relationships with her kids and others. She's quiet and reserved, sure, but not heartless. This is just more of Kody's pseudo-intellectual nonsense. All empty words meant to sound deep but amounting to nothing. Robyn may eat it up, but the rest of us see through it. What's worse is that even when Janelle talks about Kody with some grace, or at least doesn't trash him, he still goes on the attack. Just like in that pre-Christmas fight. The man's first instinct is always offense. Maybe it's for drama and ratings, or maybe he's just always been this insufferable. My money's on the latter. So when Kody paints Janelle as a soulless, shallow woman who lacks compassion, all he's really doing is holding up a mirror and describing himself. Robyn's claim of Kody picks at me now is hardly a shocking confession. It seems like she's laying the groundwork for one of their classic plot twists. Who really believes she's just a victim setting the stage? We all know how much she loathes us, and it appears she's banking on that to secure spin-off opportunities or to convince TLC they're worth another season, even though the next one is already filmed. Could it be that Robyn is deliberately making them look miserable just for our viewing pleasure? It wouldn't be a surprise. Robyn has always mastered the perpetual victim act, even though it wouldn't shock anyone if Kody has, indeed, turned on her. Let's face it, men like him need someone to look down on, and once the OG wives and children took that power out of his hands, he had to find it somewhere else. Take his rant about Janelle's lack of compassion, for instance. It raises the question, why even need Janelle when Robyn's right here? Sure, they were all battling coronavirus at the same time, but Aurora wasn't even sick. She, along with Meri if necessary, could have stepped in. Instead, it almost seems as if Kody and Robyn were too busy competing over who was the worst off rather than actually recovering. And while no one should wish illness on another, a crisis is bound to spiral into chaos when neither partner can fully be present for the other because they're too absorbed in their own suffering. Then there's that moment when Robyn told Kody, in a tone so dismissive it practically shut him up, "No, you don't talk right now. You're in a toxic place." That silence response speaks volumes about who truly holds the reins in their relationship. Honestly, it's hard to believe that Kody is the one instigating conflicts. More likely, Robyn is picking fights and then deftly shutting him down every time. In the topsy-turvy world of Kody and Robyn, nothing is ever as it seems. It feels like we're witnessing a poorly scripted play meant to distract us from even stranger, underlying dynamics, like whether they've been milking this show for the last decade, ever since they abandoned polygamy for reality TV drama. And seriously, there's no way Robyn is the downtrodden, abused wife she pretends to be. She's the one who drew up all the rules, with Kody acting as her enforcer, even if it meant sidelining the rest of the family. If she ever whines about not having a posse of sister wives to gossip with on the porch in her later years, I'm definitely going to lose it. You know what? There's no way she actually wants any of this drama, especially since she didn't even invite Meri over for the holiday meals. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.